Hi everyone, in this video we're going to focus on past perfect. We've already been through the different types of perfect tenses. We've already been through the present perfect completely. We've already talked about and gave a general explanation of all the perfect tenses like present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. We've talked about all of them. And now we're here to talk about the different ways and the little important things that you need to know about using past perfect. We talked about each of the perfect tenses. We said that generally we use perfect tenses to talk about something that happens before another time or event. Yeah, that's it. Before another time or event. Now, if it's present perfect, it's something that happens before another time or event in the present. If it's past perfect, is something that happens before another time or event in the past. If it's future perfect, is something that happens before another time or event in the future. So today we're going to talk and dive deeper into past perfect. We're going to just get through the details and the ways you can actually use it in your speaking and in different situations. I know there are a lot of different contents of grammar in English. I know that there are a lot of great teachers that have taught these grammar thousands of times. But the thing is, perfect tenses is something that takes time. You need to hear that, you need to hear a lot of examples of that, and you need to visualize that, you need to picture that, make all of those real life examples in your head, and make all of those memory connections in order to be able to remember it and bring it into use whenever you need it in your speaking. So all that matters, and it's part of your learning process. So in this video, I explain it in a way that you can actually activate this grammar. How? I will bring a lot of real life examples so that you can visualize, you can think of the grammar. I will explain through the grammar so that you can follow me and make actual connections to the meaning of the grammar and the usage of it, the way you can actually use this grammar. Okay, so try to be with me. If your purpose is speaking, you want to do it in a structured and consistent way, as you should. So don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you so much. Let's get into past perfect. So we basically said that we use past perfect when you want to talk about something that happens before another time in the past. Like this is past. Okay, all of this is past. This is present. This is past, okay? Something happens here and something happens before that. And when we want to talk about this one, we use past perfect, something that happens before something else in the past. That is when we use past perfect. You want examples? Of course. Jim had already left when Pam came. Jim had already left when Pam came. We use past perfect, right? And the adverb already means sooner than the time mentioned, sooner than the time we think, sooner than a particular time, okay? So Jim had already left when Pam came, okay? Both in the past, but Jim first left and then Pam came. So adverb clauses like by the time is frequently used a lot with past perfect in the main sentences. By the time Jim got there, Pam had already left. Pam had already left. By the time I finished, the examiner had already left. Or by the time I went to the shop, they had already closed. The other point is, if either before or after is used in a sentence, we don't necessarily have to bring past perfect. Instead of saying Jim had already left before Pam got there, you can say Jim left before Pam got there, and it will be totally fine and even better. After the guest had left, I finally went to bed. Or we can say after the guests left, I finally went to bed. And they're both correct. Past perfect is commonly used if you are reporting someone else's words and sentences. For example, if someone talks about something, about their experiences in the past with simple past, and then you want to report this information, you're going to use past perfect. Listen to the examples. For example, someone says to you, I lost my key. I lost my keys. And then you want to report this to your mother. You say that, Mom, sister said that she had lost her keys. Okay? Because you're reporting this. Someone tells you that I ate too much. I'm stuffed. Then when you want to report this, you say, he had eaten too much. He had eaten too much. You use it with past perfect to report this. To report this to another person. For example, someone tells you, I got my certificate. I got my certificate. And then when you want to report this, you say, she said that she had got her certificate. For example, someone tells you that I lied to her. So when you want to report this sentence to someone, you be like, she said that she had lied to her, using past perfect to report it. Also, in fiction and in books, most of the times we see that they use past perfect a lot. Like when they want to talk about the past experiences that or the reasons behind something that has happened in the past. For fiction, like I lost my soul. And then they get back to the reasons why all this happened. I had a dream. I had made a terrible mistake that night and all that. They continue using past perfect to talk about all the reasons behind that thing that has happened in the past. Had is often contracted with personal pronouns, like I had done that will be I'd done that, I'd done that. And it's important not to confuse it with would. For example, I would do something will be I'd do something. And I had done something will be I'd done something. For better understanding of English, you need to learn them as well because they're frequently used. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!